Here at the PBA Tour Finals, it's time to determine the Group 1 and Group 2 winners with Stepladder Finals. The top two seeds in Group 1 are PBA superstars Jason Belmonte and Kyle Troup, both going for their second title in this event. This is the Strikers Bowling Center at the beautiful Angel in the Winds Casino in Arlington, Washington, north of Seattle. It's where the PBA's best 8 bowlers over the last 2 years on the points list have assembled to bowl for big money and a place in PBA Tour history. It's the 6th annual PBA Tour Finals. It started yesterday with 2 groups of 4 bowlers, Group 1 positioning round, led by Belmo with a total pinfall of 955. Kyle Troup, the number 2 seed, followed by Tom Doherty and Chris Prather. In Group 2, reigning champ Anthony Simons to the top seed. That's our next live show at 5 Eastern, followed by E.J. Tackett, and the first match between Jacob Buttrick and a TOC champ from this year, Don Barrett. Welcome, bowling fans, just outside Seattle. Great to have with us, Dave Ryan, alongside the Hall of Famer Randy Pedersen. They're calling for you again. It happens everywhere we go. They love RP. We love the great bowling Randy ahead. What a star-studded field again.
Yeah, unbelievable bowling thus far, but the matchup everybody wants to see in Group 1 is between Jason Belmonte, the number 1 seed, and Kyle Troup, the number 2 seed. Belmonte, just a couple of games away from heading to the finals and possibly capturing another Player of the Year honors. He's already won this event once. Looking forward to happen one more time and possibly punch his ticket to a 7th Player of the Year honor.
4 games, total pinfall, and Belmo, the top seed, so he's in the championship match, just needs to win the race to 2.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for a 145 game from Kyle Troup, Kyle would be your number 1 seed.
So Belmo trying for a 7th Player of the Year is the top seed in Group 1. So here is Stepladder bowling for you. Doherty, Prather, the first match. Winner takes on Troup. There it is, Kyle Troup, and Belmo is the number 1 seed. We can't wait. When we come back to Arlington, Washington, it is time to bowl. The PBA Tour Finals resume with the Group 1 Finals. Our first ball to trophy-raising coverage continues. Doherty, Prather on the way. Angel of the Winds Casino and Resort, Arlington, Washington, about an hour north of Seattle. We're getting set for Doherty, Prather. Our first match. Let's check the lane conditions here, RP.
Well, they changed a little bit. We're using both patterns today. You've got the Petraglia 46 feet on the right. That's the long pattern, and players generally play deeper on that right lane, or that longer pattern, I should say. The Holman pattern, we saw it yesterday. All the players used urethane. They played pretty straight from out. But here in breaking news, something that's happened to Chris Prather. He will not be able to use his urethane ball on that left lane because of a broken thumb insert.
Wow, big news indeed.
Rolling out of Plainfield Lanes in Plainfield, Illinois, Chris Prather.
Well, Chris Prather's really come on the scene as one of the best out here. With 5 titles to his credit, 2 of them majors. He's won not 1, not 2, but 3 tournaments that paid him $100,000 for first.
Cha-ching.
I'm not real good with math. I think that's around $300,000.
That's a lot of money.
Or something like that.
That's a lot of money. Big time, big game bowler. No doubt about that. We'll see how he adjusts, though, with breaking news. Randy just alerted us to. Get started. Wow, right at it. With some power and a very tough leave here. St. Louis 2-4-8-10.
So he's trying to create the same reaction that he had with the urethane ball on the short hole pattern. And by doing that, he has to take his hand out, back the rev rate down, and throw it really hard. Oh, that was close.
But no conversion. And an early open flame here. Single game match. In our first 2 matches, then the race to 2 in the Group 1 championship match.
He bowls out of Oakfield Lanes in Brandon, Florida, TD, Tom Doherty.
Well, they call him Tampa Tom. And what a breakout year he had in 2021, right here winning his first ever major in his hometown, capturing the PBA World Championship. he would follow it up with another win at the 2021 World Series of Bowling. The exciting Tom Doherty never disappoints.
Bowling center right outside the USF campus in Temple, where he grew up bowling. And it was so emotional for him in 2021. Here he is, first ever appearance PBA Tour Finals, and begins the Group 1 stepladder. Head-to-head with Prather. Comes in high, 3-6. Tom one stick better than Prather in positioning yesterday. 864 for 4 games. Prather 863 for the 4 seed. For his spare. Oh. Okay. Open to begin our Group 1 final.
And Tom is a good spare shooter, so missing the 3-6, very surprising. Doherty's got urethane on that left lane. We saw all the players on the shorter pattern. He's using a purple hammer on that lane.
Let's see how he responds to his open frame. Looking for help, Messenger. Across the deck for the 10-pin. He'll take it.
Big advantage for Doherty on that left lane because of the fact that he can go straighter with the urethane ball. Basically use his regular motion. And there you see it.
Back to Prather. 10-pin for him.
Yeah, he's got to be pretty disappointed that during practice prior to coming on the air that thumb insert broke on him.
So to explain to our viewers, RP, how difficult is that to make the repair on something like that?
Well, the mechanism in the bottom of the hole broke, right. So the whole thing would have to be changed. Look out.
Oh, no. Oh, my.
So you pull the thumb insert out, then you have to drill out the mechanism in the bottom, put a new one in.
Which takes how long?
Well, if you have a pro shop, probably about 10 or 15 minutes.
So open, and now some trouble. Prather does get a strike here. He's in a big hole. The good news for Chris Prather, it's happening early in the match. Let's see if Tom Doherty can take advantage now. On strike, his third frame, go up by 22. Brooklyn almost a 9-pin stands.
Damn.
Well, Tom told us this week, been a tough year in his estimation. Probably could have made 3 or 4 shows the way he bowled. Felt he got some bad breaks, getting close to the show. Has his single pin spare conversion.
Doherty using that reactive ball in the right lane. It's a kinetic platinum. And again, the urethane ball on the left, the purple hammer.
A lot goes into the strategy, the approach. 2 different lane conditions here. Dual oil patterns, immensely challenging. Left lane for TD. You bet. That looked good.
You can see just how dejected Chris Prather is walking up to that right lane. But, you know, I guess the best equivalent I could make would be playing on the PGA Tour. You're playing a really long monster golf hole and your driver breaks right before you get to the first tee.
Oh, boy. Good luck. Can't replace it. Not enough time. Prather.
Right back in it, though. I believe Chris is using a Zen Master. takes the lead.
So a turkey and a lead for Prather after the disastrous start. Back-to-back opens, now he's ahead. Like we said, do it early. You're going to do it. Qualifying numbers for Tom Doherty. Best game of 248. Sorry. Yeah, 248 in his third of 4 games. Group 1 positioning. That was yesterday here from Arlington. Right pan.
Take a look at the way Tom Doherty sets his hand up in the ball. Very unique. Look at this right here. How twisted that wrist is. It's a twisted wrister.
I was hoping you'd go there. Glad you did. Guys, Mark, keep things interesting. This match takes on Kyle Troop. It's a 4-man stepladder here for Group 1 and Group 2. The winners of Group 1 and Group 2 will go head-to-head in our final match in a race to 2 to determine the champion.
Same setup right here with that urethane ball. And that wrist twisted.
2 strikes so far. Left lane, make it 3. Trip 10 pin.
Yeah, now if you could just get the right lane.
Halfway through our first game, Group 1 final. All going for the trophy today. PBA Tour Final Champion.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Great Northwest. We're at Strikers at Angel of the Winds Casino and Hotel. And let's take a quick peek in and see what's going on with Chris Prather. Chris, first of all, we all feel terrible about what happened with your equipment. I know the thumb broke in your urethane ball. How are you manipulating the reactive resin on that short pattern?
Yeah, I mean, stuff happens. Just got to kind of go with the flow with it and see if I can't make something happen here on the left lane. Pretty much I'm just throwing it as hard as I can and trying to keep it in front of me, hit the 1-3, and hope they all fall down, honestly.
All right, Chris, thanks. Good luck.
Thank you.
Tonight, 8 Eastern, join CBS Sports Network for the fastest growing sport, taking America by storm. It's the 2022 Major League Pickleball Finals. 48 players, 12 teams competing. See who will take home big cash prizes in Dreamland. Coming your way tonight, CBS Sports Network.
So, dinner last night.
Yes.
I had the thin crust pizza.
How was it?
Amazing.
Oh my gosh. Everything's been just great. Prather returns off the interview with RP and leads the 6-10. In a really close first match here. It's a single game match for the first 2, then a race to 2 for the Group 1 and Group 2 championship rounds. Race to 2 for the final.
Just knock them over. Oh my God, Christopher.
Didn't like it.
Jesus.
But got him.
Come on now.
Out to the left lane, just as Chris said, right the 1-3 pocket, and leaves the 4-pin. With all that ball speed and power. Big change of strategy, of course.
The more aggressive ball on that shorter pattern limits his mistake area. This is just slightly left to target. The urethane ball would have probably went dead flush there.
Would you follow the same strategy if that happened to you?
That's your only option.
Tough. So late in the game, just before the show. Final minutes of practice on the practice pair to our left here. For the lead, a double for Doherty. Low tie, and leaves the 3-10 baby split.
Just too deep on this lane.
Well, the good news for Tom, he gets to finish on the left lane. Back-to-back 9 pins before that shot. on the longer Johnny Petraglia 46-footer.
Covers nicely.
Yeah. He's only got one more shot on that lane, but he has yet to strike on it.
Only of the 8 bowlers making his first ever PBA Tour Finals debut.
I got it.
Another 310.
Seen this before. 310, baby split
your
on the
phone
other
there?
lane.
Oh.
I think the phone went off right after he released this. And then he said, I got it.
Packed house here. Got to silence their phone. Great crowd.
Bounce out.
10 again. No, not this time. He'll lose a count there. Devastating this late in the match.
You know why I never forget to turn off my ringer?
Why is that?
Because it's never on. Ever. If I get a phone call, it vibrates. It is never on. I hate that sound.
I'm with you the same way. Too many notifications. So the left lane. Last time up for Raider. And the 2-pin stands for Chris. Slugfest here in our first match.
You couldn't even hear that ball hit the lane when he let go of it. But I think he's playing that lane correctly. I mean, I think the straighter you can go, and Simonson proved that yesterday.
One left for KP and 2 for TD here in match number 1. Single game match to begin our Group 1 final. Next show on CBS Sports Network Live, the Group 2 final. On the final show, we'll wrap it up. Championship match, a race to 2. So here's that left lane. He didn't like it at all, and is up just for 2-pin.
Deadwood.
Some Deadwood there, going to be cleared out. So, is it possible to fix what he needs to get done equipment-wise for the next match should he win?
I don't know. I mean, he tried gluing the insert back into the bottom of the mechanism, and he threw a couple shots, and the thumb was actually moving in and out, and that's no good. You know, the other thing is the uncertainty. What if it comes out right in the middle of a shot?
Which hole's being worked on as we speak. Let's see if he advances. Has a 16-pin lead late in this match. Tom Doherty with a chance. Comes up in his foundation frame. Right lane, TD. Yep. Tap on the 10.
First strike for Tom on that right lane. All right, his max score is 196. Right now, Prather is going at a 192 pace. But no matter what Tom does in the 10th frame, he can't shut out Chris Prather.
He'll take it, finally. Strike on that lane. 4 titles in his career, the major last year at the World Series of Bowling. The championship, his first in his home center, was a Hollywood script type story for Tom. No titles this year. Reset. Tom Doherty, tap 10. Down it goes to start the 10th.
Well, one more and good count will force Chris Prather to double. Look how high that push away is and then how low the backswing is. But it works for him. Another re-rack for Tom Doherty.
Tom said with one re-rack remaining.
I shouldn't have said another re-rack for
One
Tom.
each
I should have
so far.
said his first re-rack. Chris Prather's taken one.
It's top 5 of the U.S. Open, won by Simonson with 3 games to go in match play to make the show. Chance for redemption here outside Seattle.
Yeah, baby, make them work.
Big strike for Doherty.
Back and forth match, and a great one. Even though the scoring pace is low, it doesn't always have to be 250 to 260 to be exciting.
Going to use a second re-rack here, Randy.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, baby, make them work.
One re-rack remaining for Chris Prather, none now for Tom. Third seed out of Group 1 positioning yesterday. Big shot on the 10th, and
That's enough.
that's it. .194 is the first game score here, first match for Doherty.
I think Chris Prather is going to make a ball change here in the 10th frame. Yep, he's going to make a ball change on this right lane. Wow.
What do you think?
I mean, this guy's one of the best in the world. I wouldn't second guess him.
Good one.
Needs it. Gets it. There's one.
Well, he just changed to a ball called reality, and the reality now is he needs one more.
Pressure is on. Striking 3. Will advance to take on Kyle Troop, the 2 seed from Group 1. Needs it. Yeah! Gets it! Chris Prather delivers in the clutch.
Yep. You got to applaud that because that was one of the gutsiest moves I've seen in a while.
He's got to keep it on the lane here. 3 pins to make it official. Gonna get 9. Gonna win over Tom Doherty to climb the ladder in Group 1. Wow, what a story, Randy. What a match. Prather is through. But who's next? The 2 seed. Kyle Troop, who won this event 2 years ago. Prather delivers. Needed a double and 3 in the 10th. He comes through, all 10 back for Shark Kent. SRO standing room only here at Strikers. Angel the Winds Casino and Resort outside Seattle.
Have I told you how awesome this place is?
You have, and it's true.
And you know why? Because of that man right there.
Commissioner of the PBA Tour, and there's Travis O'Neill, the CEO of the Angel the Winds Casino and Resort. I know you spent some time with him the other night at dinner. Great guy.
No, I had lunch and introduced myself, and we talked for about 10 or 15 minutes. And, you know, I was just getting ready to eat. And he was such a nice guy and so cordial. As we take a look at our Stepladder, Prather moves on. He'll take on Troop, and the winner of that takes on Jason Belmonte in a 2-game match. But getting back to Travis, Mr. O'Neill, I mean, like, anything you need, anything you need. Just, and I'm like, no, I'm good, thank you so much. But I said, your place is amazing. He goes, well, we have a great staff. And you know what? They do. They have an unbelievable staff here.
Really enjoyed our time here, so we appreciate the great hospitality, great food, great times, and
What did you have last night?
had delicious smash burger. It was fantastic. Wow, it was fantastic. The corn dip at the 201 was Amazing too.
Our producer David Bruner said that the chicken wings were out of this world.
Asian bistro the first night, also awesome. So, some warm-ups here for Troop. There it is. Kyle won this event 2 years ago. Now we're told some of the staff here at Strikers, Randy, you saw someone just zip by a moment ago with Prather's ball, trying to make the repairs there on the insert. That broke just before the first match, but Chris able to overcome that. A double and 3 in the 10th to beat Tom Doherty in the first match.
So
and here comes the ball.
Quick update, Zach Trevino actually found a drill press. There's the ball right there. He drilled out the old piece, put a new one in, and it's ready to go.
Wow.
So
Great work, great hustle.
Way to go, Zach. And way to go, Prather, to hang in there and win the first match, man.
Without his ball choice on that lane, it's just amazing. Somehow he got through it with a 3-wood, right? Or a 5-wood. So now he's going to speak with his equipment rep there and see if we can get this all set.
I think there's one in the over by my backpack. It's just a Buddy's Pro Shop bag. Thank you. Sorry.
He's got to find another insert.
So the repair ball is not in play yet. You saw it just leave the TV set. Interesting development. They're doing their best to get Chris his top choice for that lane. Dual lane conditions here. 38-foot and 46-foot patterns. Prather still able to persevere and win 201-194 in game 1. Odds to win. Entering today, you can place a bet here on the grounds at the Angel That Wins Sportsbook. And Belmo plus 275, top of the list. Ready to bowl. Match 2 underway here. Prather. All right.
So that still wasn't the urethane ball. I'm not sure he's going to use it. After all of that, he may not have to.
Bowling out of Penn Station in Newton, North Carolina, the reigning PBA Player of the Year, Kyle Troop.
Hey, Dave, you know how many titles Kyle Troop's dad, Guppy, has?
How many?
8.
Nice.
You know how many Kyle has?
How many?
9. And boy, what a savior winning and defending at the PBA playoffs just about a month ago for Kyle Troop.
Not one, but 2 belts
on
display. Sent us some pics of those from his home in North Carolina on the dining room table. It's pretty awesome.
He looks like with maybe some roids, he could actually be a wrestler.
He could do anything he
wants.
Know? Do you like the new animation, by the way, in the background?
I love
it's brand new today.
Yeah, it's great.
It is fantastic. Look at Kyle. And Kyle looking good. True. Boom. 930 total pinfall through 4 games. His best game, 278 in game 2 positioning round here yesterday.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, kind of right around 4th arrow, but not really using a lot of angle. All right, so he's using urethane on that left lane. Pitch black is in his hand right now.
Left lane. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Crunches the 1-3 pocket. Off to a perfect start between these 2 superstars.
A little bit of power and rotation on that ball, huh?
Just a bit. Right lane here. That's a high shot. 3-6-10 stand. Chris Prather's best game in the positioning round yesterday, 237 in game 2 for 863 total pinfall, 1 pin behind Doherty for the 4th seed today in the Group 1 final. But knocked off TD in match 1. That's spare here in match 2. A couple opens to begin his first game. Can't afford that against Troop.
Well, he started in a bad way in game 1 and still found a way to win it, opening the first 2 frames.
Oh no, 4-6-7 split.
Actually looked like he liked that shot out of his hand too.
Slow.
Okay, it was too slow.
So we just mentioned it, maybe we jinxed KP there. Having a couple opens to begin his first match at Doherty now. Tough open frame against this guy. Kyle Troop has got the first 2. Third frame for the pro with the pro out of North Carolina.
Going with a Zen Soul on that right lane, the longer pattern.
Lost last year to Anthony Simonson, championship match. 10th frame roll off, race to 2. Oh, nice, good start, first 3. Those 2 met as well in 2020 in Virginia, or in Jupiter, Florida, won by Troop. Also 9th, 10th frame roll off.
Well, this is big too for a couple of reasons. 1, he's working on a double, and 2, his opponent just opened.
.34 pin lead here. Single game match. The next round with Belmo waiting as the top seed is a race to 2. Troop looks for the front 4. 44 pin lead. You bet. Oh, baby. What a start for Troop.
They're up quickly.
Right at it.
Well, you know, we've seen him hook the entire lane because he is so good at that, but he's showing you another part of what makes him so great, and that's by going as straight and as firm as he can. Likes that one.
Come on, man. Fast, slow, make up your mind.
So a little soft, the shot prior on that lane, and it goes high. This one looks really good and goes light.
Two-up Jim Callahan has the ball, by the way, that Chris was hoping to use on that left lane. Right in front of us, but it's not back to Chris.
Nope.
There's the spare. He is frustrated in a huge hole. Simo and Troop have met the last 2 PBA Tour Finals championship rounds. A guy named Jason Belmonte awaits the winner of this. Belmo did not compete last year. Home in Australia for the birth of son Bowie, which will keep building until someone cashes in.
I hope Kyle is responsible on this shot.
Always. Troop, there it is! Crack it over, Randy! Crack it open, let's hear it! Nice.
Crack open that 6-pack, baby!
64 pin lead, RP. He's rolling here.
Gigantic lead. He's perfect through 6. Just cracked open a 6-pack. All Kyle Troop halfway through this game.
So Zach Trevino doing his best to help out a moment ago with Chris Prather and the ball in question, Randy, but in the end, it's not going to work.
No, he tried everything he could, and it just couldn't get it to line up. And
the best thing you can do is just give me a Sharpie.
So yeah, the best thing to do now is get a Sharpie like Chris, sign it, and give it to one of the fans.
Tough. What a terrible time for that to happen right before the show. And he is being demolished by Kyle Troop in the second match. Amazing that he was able to beat Tom Doherty in match 1-2-1, 194. Seventh frame here. Huge deficit. Does look for a double low. Be first of this match. And gets it.
Pretty fine line for him on that left lane. I mean, his speed has to be perfect. Location has to be perfect to strike with that ball. It's just too aggressive.
For the front seven. That's Kyle. Watch this, Kyle. Loving the graphics. Got it to 10 pin. 7 up, 7 down. Touchdown. Remember, Randy, last year in suburban Detroit, Group 1, first match, it was Chris 5, 300 game last year in this event. Got by E.J. Tackett, which was the last 300 game on TV, 32nd all time.
Chris Fly has 2 300s.
That's right.
On the telecast on the PBA tour.
Amazing.
Joining Sean Rash. And that's in regular competition.
Has another one. Great 8 for Troop.
You know, there's 2 other players that have multiple 300 games on television.
Dave Wooden.
Ryan Schaefer, Wes Malott.
Multiple. Amazing. Just amazing. Francois Lavoie's second, which was in October 2020, not an official PBA event.
And Francois.
Also U.S. Open.
Yeah.
2016 in a major. Amazing. Won that.
Thanks.
So Prather, well, been a tough day. With the equipment. And what are you going to do against Troop the way he's bowling right now? Great shot. 5-time titleist. 2 majors, including the World Championship at the World Series of Bowling in Wisconsin this year.
Well, those chamois sure get a workout in PBA competition.
Chris, the Group 2 championship round last year. Nice tap, another strike.
Finish it up, boss. Come on.
He lost to Simonson on a great rally by Simo, the eventual champ. Back to the headline. Looking for the front 9. How about it, Kyle? You better believe it. Crunches the 1-3 pocket. All 10 back. 9 up, 9 down.
Well,
Kyle's going to advance. We know that.
you know it's coming.
Drew Belmo. Group 1 final.
I
Wow,
was-
it's a dream final.
I was talking more about a perfect game.
Well, both. This is over. 3 away from perfection. Looking for 10. Got 10. 2 to go.
Listen to this place go crazy. Two more, and he becomes the 33rd player in PBA history to roll a perfect game on television.
33rd all time. That's right. 300 game. Few have repeated.
Stay present.
Looking for 11, 2 away from history. Yes! Trip 10. He needs one more for a perfect game.
Use your legs.
First 300 on. For perfection. He does it! Kyle Troop has the 33rd all-time televised 300 game in PBA Tour history. Troop, there it is! Great game, buddy. I got one. 10,000 richer with a bonus.
Back to work, baby. Back to work.
Pretty safe to say that Kyle Troop is back to the Kyle Troop of old.
But there's work to be done. And remember, last year, PBA playoffs, Sam Cooley threw a 300 at Kyle Troop. Now Kyle's got his perfecto for the first time in his great career on TV. That was amazing. PBA Tour history, a 300 game for Kyle Troop. This place is rocking after Kyle Troop's 300 game a moment ago. As you might imagine, it is the satisfying moment of the match, sponsored by Snickers. Nothing satisfies like a Snickers. History, Kyle Troop. History, 33rd all-time televised PBA Tour 300 game plus 10 grand. Not bad, Kyle. That's got to feel pretty good. What's going through your mind when you step over the 10th frame?
I was in this position one time not too long ago in the playoffs. My hands weren't quite as sweaty this time. A little more comfortable with the urethane ball. I wanted to go get the cash.
That's awesome.
I wanted to get the cash.
Kyle, what a great moment. Congratulations, man. It was so cool to watch. Now, how do you decompress, come back down, and take on the number one player in the world?
I said it right there at the end. I had my fun for a minute, and then I told him back to work. It was nice to cash in a $10,000 bonus, be in the record books with a 300, but now I'm bowling the best player on the planet. So, it's going to be a match, 2 games. It's going to take a lot of focus, a lot of good shots, so I'll be ready for him.
That's a great way to come back down to earth, and especially since you're going up against that guy.
You're the showman of the game, Kyle. You're so much fun to watch. To pick it out, the great outfits that we've seen throughout your career. How much do you enjoy the crowd here and being in this moment to entertain everybody?
I mean, this is great. The crowd here is electrifying. Second time in Washington, first time on tour. I love it here. Food's great. People are great. Scores are great too. So let's keep it up.
Are you gonna pick it out for Rob and I?
Oh well, yeah. I mean, y'all were talking about the pick.
Rob and I.
So
Who?
I mean,
Dave and I.
Dave and I.
We got one for you and one for you. So hey.
Pick it out, baby. Pick it out. What a match you got coming up here. Race to 2, Group 1 final. It's Belmo and Troop next.
Thanks, Dave.
Packed house here. Arlington, Washington outside Seattle. We saw a 300 game and a proposal a moment ago in the crowd. Trinity, will you marry me? The answer, thankfully, was yes, she will. Congrats to the happy couple. Oh, how sweet. Oh, it's awesome. Congrats, you guys. Love it. We've seen a lot today. Very eventful Group 1 final.
He rolls out of Orange, 10-pin bowl in Orange, New South Wales, Australia. The all-time major titles king, Jason Belmonte.
The winningest player in major championship competition, Jason Belmonte. 29 titles, 14 majors. And this season, he won the season opener Players Championship. He was third at the U.S. Open, and then he won at Dave Smalls. He won the Scorpion Championship, and he won in Lubbock. He is your front runner for another Player of the Year award.
Thanks, Bo. That was good, Bo.
You're never going to let me live that down, are you?
It's all good, man. Just having fun with you. All right, Belmo. Interesting how he responds. Watching Troop throw 300. I'd say pretty well.
I think the best thing that could happen to Kyle Troop after bowling 300 is this is a 2-game match.
Time, right? It is a race to 2.
There always has to be a 300 hangover.
First time in his career, 300 on TV. 33rd all-time PBA Tour history for Kyle Troop. Pretty cool. But like you said with you a moment ago, now you got to come down fast and regroup for the next game. The next match, in this case, raise to 2. That looks pretty good.
How about 13 in a row?
13 up, 13 down.
So sorry I called you Rob.
That's all right. It's okay.
I've only known you for what, like 18 years?
20. So 20 if you're together.
20?
It's 20.
Wow, that long.
Been a while.
Only Randy would forget your name on live national television. Did you just turn your back to me?
No. Oh, never. We'd never do that. 14 straight. Oh, yeah.
I think that's fine.
Double touchdown.
Got rid of that hangover pretty quick, didn't he? And by that, we mean the 300 hangover. Now, Jason Belmonte using a UFO alert on the right lane and pitch black on the left lane.
Looking for a second time in this event. Oh, yeah, good start. This is a race to 2. Belmo, the top seed positioning round with a total pinfall of 955 in 4 games yesterday.
How many row does Troop have?
14.
You know, yesterday, over 2 games, Belmonte threw 14 in a row.
Left lane for Belmo. Locked in on both of our dual patterns here.
Let me just say this ain't no rock fight. This is a slugfest, and it's gonna be. And it's what everybody wanted to see. We talked about it at the top of the show, and early on, it's not disappointing.
I'll say 5 up, 5 down for these PBA superstars. Streak. It luckily is not a split. 4-pin. The 14 strike streak is over, but single pin spare conversion for Kyle here in game 1.
Great break here, leaving the 4-9. The 9 goes late, so now it's just the 4. Just a little high. That's his first spare attempt in 15 frames.
It's been a while. Been a while. We're talking this week. He was so excited about winning the PBA playoffs again. 5-time member of Team USA. He's done so much for the sport. He feels very comfortable in the spotlight, just like Dad Guppy. Second generation showman of the sport. And number 7 goes down late, but it goes down. It goes down.
Race to 2 against 2 two-handers. A little love tap on the 7 here. Watch the 7 go late. All the way to the left of that rack. There it goes.
Kyle, 4th overall seed in this event. Belmo number 1. The total in tour points over the last 2 years gets you to the top 8 and this event to begin with. Oh my, that could have been disaster. Almost a big 4 and just a 4-pin in the end.
And he too high on that right lane, and a great break. This could have been a big 4 easily. That big drift to the left, and 4-6 was standing for just a moment. Belmonte's going to finish game 1 on that right lane.
The Bear Frame, sponsored by Pabst Blue Ribbon of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Grabst a Pabst today, and please drink responsibly. 3-rack here for Belmo. First of 2 available to him in this game. It's a race to 2, 3rd match of the Group 1 final. Group 2 final still to come on CBS Sports Network, and the championship match wraps it up.
I think after you and I, Dave, doing 5 hours of live television, I think we deserve to grab a Pabst after we're done.
I'd say so. Looking for his 7th PBA Player of the Year award. Tie. Walter Ray Williams Jr. for the all-time lead. We just mentioned the big 4. Speaking of Walter Ray, the only bowler in PBA Tour history to convert the big 4 on TV. You and I called it, Norcross, Georgia, in 2005.
Well, that shot looked like it was pulled from the left of target the whole way. Promise you, nobody in this arena saw that coming.
Sixth up, open frame. In game 1 of the race to 2.
This place is packed. Standing room only to our right. Stands are filled to the left. Incredible venue here at Strikers at the Angel of the Winds Casino and Hotel.
Responds. So Belmo's open with a strike of his own.
And that's how you draw it up, taking advantage of a miscue from your opponent. That's a beautiful shot here.
Lakers colors to honor the late great Kobe Bryant, his favorite all-time NBA player. Or his Carolina Panther colors last year for the final day. PBA Tour Finals. Oh. Just about disastrous split there, just the 10-pin stands.
Come on, stay focused on these 2 lanes, Kyle. Yeah.
I love it when the players talk to themselves. What a huge break again, tripping the 4.
Whoa, My goodness, that was a big miss.
Everything can go wrong at one time.
And some trouble. Microphone issues. Kyle's frustrated. So Belmo the open. Troop the whiff on the 10-pin.
And welcome back, everyone, to Strikers at Angel of the Winds Casino and Hotel. We're going to go real quickly to the world #1, Jason Belmonte. And Jason, we're bowling on a dual pattern. One long and one short. Do you have a favorite?
Well, right now, not the short after that open frame, but it was a bad shot. So I think that they're going to get a little messy, if I'm honest. So I'm going to try to put a couple of good shots on now. Kyle's usually the kind of player too that likes to strike after an error. So try and keep up with him. And yeah, I'm guessing they're going to get a little tricky.
All right, Jason. Thanks for your time. Good luck.
Cheers, mate. No worries.
Thank you, Belmo. I think you have what it takes to join the PBA Tour. Become a member today and register for PBA Regional and PBA 50 tournaments with discounted entry fees. Go to pba.com/join to become a PBA member. Open to make things very interesting here in Game 1, Race to 2. Group 1 final. Sixth for Belmo off the open. Nice response out of a commercial break.
You heard him say that he thinks they're going to get a little tricky, and so that's obviously something to watch for. Also, by Game 2, do they get out of the urethane balls on that left lane? Remember, short oil pattern, the Holman 38 feet on the left, the long Johnny Petraglia 46 feet on the right. That's better.
Sure is. Six-time player of the year, perhaps seventh to tie Walter Linshield for the all-time record this year. 4 titles for Belmo in 2022.
You know, yesterday you asked me if you thought anyone would catch Walter Ray with 47 titles, and I said no. And one of the reasons is we just don't have enough title tournaments anymore. Back then, back in the day, we had 35, 36 tournaments.
Okay, there's a response.
But with that being said, even if we had more title tournaments, I still don't think anybody catches Walter Ray.
I mean, 47 is a huge number, Randy. I'm with you. As great as Belmo has been, 29. A long way to go. Does have the record for majors. 14 majors, #1 all time. Pin.
Nobody 9 pins more. Funny joke, Jay. Funny joke.
That urethane ball goes right by the 9-pin, and that wasn't a very good time for that to happen with Troop working on that strike.
Well, a year ago, this event, suburban Detroit, we mentioned Chris Vide had the 32nd all-time televised game, got by E.J. Tackett. Kyle Troop in the next round knocked him off. Then Kyle beat the top seed Bill O'Neill in a race to 2 in a 9th, 10th frame roll-off. Then lost to Simonson in a 9th, 10th frame roll-off in the championship round. So Kyle has been here, done that. Belmo on this event in 2018 beat E.J. Tackett in the final. That's the win probability on his side. Has a strike. 17-pin lead, Game 1.
And it's just a ball going down there with a lot of power and speed and a lot of bad intentions. You know, this guy, well, hang on a minute. I got a little thought about Belmonte I don't know if you knew about. But, you know, this man right here, his passport doesn't even need a picture.
Yeah, that good. that famous. Just go ahead, sir. Here he is. And my.
Well, even the machine was fooled because
So surprised.
it just swept the 5
There was
pin.
a 5-pin. We'll get that respot.
I mean, take a picture of that, because how many times do you see Jason Belmonte leave a 5-pin?
First time I've ever seen it.
The only reason why it stood up, and it was in shock. It got moved off its spot, so the pin setter didn't recognize it.
Hands are up, you know what happens at your local bowling center. You don't make the 5, you owe everyone in the house a beer. That's the tradition, so we'll go old school here and just get the 5 put up for Belmo. Gotta clear all the deadwood, of course, and then he can complete the frame.
All right, so Belmo with a spare here, which obviously he'll make a 5-pin easily. He can strike out for 232. True max score 226. He's paying it respect, though, isn't he?
Okay, got that.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. No drinks.
No drinks, no beers. A lot of hopeful fans.
Well, these two guys could cover the bar tab.
No problem.
Yeah.
No problem. Kyle Troop just telling us this week how thrilled he was to repeat as playoffs champ. That's a long, grinding title of a couple different weeks, 2 venues. Kyle Troop. Oh. 9-pin stands.
His first one, you heard him say sarcastically, no one needs more 9 pins than me.
The race to 2. Group 1 and Group 2 championship match. The same for our PBA Tour Finals championship round. If we're tied 1-1, a 9th, 10th frame roll off, as we've documented, it's happened a lot in this event.
Changing urethane ball from this left lane to a fast pitch. And he does that ball change here in the 10th frame. He strikes out for 215. Belmonte would just need a mark and decent count. If he doesn't strike on this shot, Belmonte would just need to stay upright. Are you kidding me? This is the same guy that just shot 300.
Who had 14 straight strikes. And now he's Mr. 9-pin. What's happening, Randy? What's happening here?
Well, obviously the old pattern's changed a little bit, and his ball's going through the pins differently.
205. And that makes it easier here for Belmo. Seven pins. For the win of game 1, Belmo's got 9, got the win in the first game of the race to 2 in our Group 1 final. Sky high for Troop after the 300 game. Comes back to earth with a 205 in his next game. Belmo did have the open frame in the 5th. Had the first 3, and 6 strikes heading into the 10th frame here. 29 titles, tied with legend Mike Albee for 8th all-time PBA Tour history. Next up is the late, great Dick Weber with 30 titles. That would be 7th all-time in PBA Tour history. This one's over mathematically. The music plays, and Belmo celebrates game 1 win, 221-205. Halfway home to winning the Group 1 final and making the championship match. Belmo gets it done outside Seattle. Wins game 1 of the race to 2. All right, here we go, game 2, race to 2. Arlington, Washington, about an hour or so north of Seattle. Great to be back in the great Northwest. Home state, the late, great Earl Anthony is from Tacoma. So race to 2. If we're tied 1-1, Kyle rallies, then we'll have a 9th, 10th frame roll-off to determine the Group 1 winner. Had that last year. Outside Detroit, Troop starts game 2 with a strike.
One at a time here.
I mean, at this level, professional bowling doesn't get any better. 2 of the greatest in the game, in the sport, going head to head.
.221 game for Belmo. Game 1. Starts his second game. How about the ball reaction? That ball took a left turn.
With no turn signal.
Whew.
And yeah, use 2 hands, be a man. Belmo is the GOAT. Unless talk to Walter Ray or maybe Norm or the late, great Earl Anthony.
Quite a few ahead of Belmo, but currently, amazing. Another strike for Belmonte. th year pro, 38 years old. So Bowie turns 1. Here in the month of June. That's why he missed last year's PBA Tour Finals. Welcome in his baby boy. Let's go.
Wow. Sorry.
Just like that, down 24 pins, open frame. Over here in game 2.
Wow.
Just gets 8. It's a great match last year outside Detroit. 10th frame roll off. Big rally for Simonson. B Troop. Won game 1. Here Belmo's won game 1, and he rebounds with a strike on the left lane.
Well, take a look at these 2 styles, the 2-handers. They couldn't be more different. Now notice that bent elbow of Jason Belmonte, and look at how straight Kyle's elbow is. And then the finish position.
Cool breakdown. Belmo! 4 pin.
Whoa, that was pretty good.
He liked it.
Those eyes on the target. Great balance, pretty deep on that right lane. Just got to make sure he gives it just enough angle to the right, otherwise it's going to go high every time. Remember yesterday he had a lot of problems with the approaches. Haven't seen that yet today.
Happened a few times to him, you're right. Maybe yesterday. 2017 in this event. Runner up to E.J. Tackett. Beat E.J. 2018. Tied for 5th in 2019. Here's the cool shoes we've documented before. They can be adjusted with the heel replacements, right? I mean, things have changed a lot with technology, the shoes. So he didn't compete the last 2 years, PBA Tour Finals. First year due to COVID, second year. Over to the Sun Bowie. Pin difference here in game 2, race to 2.
And during their 4-game qualifier, Belmonte averaged 239 with a high game at 268. Troop was at 232 with a high game at 278.
Troop works on strike. Needs it, gets it.
What? No 9-pin?
Not this time. Down by 13.
All or nothing this game for Kyle Troop to take it to extra innings. He has to win.
Last Cup is back this year. Portland, Maine in July. 7-pin.
You got to be kidding me.
Really good shot.
Really
good shot.
He almost left one on the right lane. I said, oh, no 9-pin, but that 7-pin was late. This time he leaves one.
Exasperation.
Yeah.
That's a big shot. Really interesting here in game 2. Has the single pin spare conversion. Has the 7.
First game he was the dog. That first game against Chris Prather. And now in these next 2 games he's been the hydrant.
Tough role reversal. Belmo for a double. 5th frame for a 24-pin lead. Yes.
Wow.
Tattoos the 1-3 pocket. Those pins had no chance, none whatsoever against Belmonte.
Belmo Express just went through those pins.
Oh.
No 7-pin, but you saw that it was still a little late, right? Kyle left it on the left lane. Belmonte can increase his lead to 34 with another hit right here.
6 frame tries for the turn. Left lane this time. Belmo, boom! Up 34, in control in game 2.
All Belmonte here in this match. The winner goes to the finals.
Packed house here at Strikers at Angel of the Winds Casino. We're outside Seattle in Arlington, Washington, watching the finals of Group 1, trying to make the championship match. Coming up next, Cats, the last round of action before today's title match. Top tour performers compete like this guy, defending champion of this event, Anthony Simonson. Stepladder bowling, he's the top seed like Belmo was for Group 1. E.J. Tackett, Jacob Buttriff, Dom Barrett, the other 3. Tackett the 2 seed, Buttriff 3, and Dom out of England is the 4 seed. Stepladder bowling, just like in Group 1, until the championship match, then a race to 2. Tremendous bowling still coming your way. 9 hours of live coverage roll on.
Did you say 9?
9 total between the 2 days.
That sounds like a lot.
It's awesome. It's great. Troop not in a great spot right now. Down 34 game 2. Lost the first game to Belmonte. Race to 2. Do or die time for Kyle.
He's running out of time. Okay, see that? Look at that. Almost another 7-pin.
Went down late.
Game 1, it was 9 pins. Now it's 7-pin. Look at that. Almost up and over. He knows it's now or never. It's do or die time. In his mind right now, he's thinking the only chance I have is if I strike out.
Starts here to cut it to 24. Responds.
Gotta change the angle or something.
Keeps it interesting here in game 2. Seventh frame for a 4-bagger for Belmo. You better believe it. All 10 smoked into the pit.
That was an ace. They don't get any better than that right there. I mean, look, though, his determination, his concentration level. I mean, look at his eyes when he steps up on this shot. It looks like he could burn stuff with a magnifying glass at night.
Win probability very high now. Looks for the nickel, the 5-bagger 8th frame. Up by 44. That's how you do it. 7 late, but the 7 is down. 44-pin lead for Belmo late in game 2. It's the big 4. Pretty much does it in this game.
Can't
match.
beat the guy that's unlucky.
Only made once before, as we talked about, by Walter Ray. 05, and that TV achievement will still stand. Kyle knows this one is over.
Yeah, it is over. Jason Belmonte is going to the finals, looking to win this again, possibly his 7th Player of the Year award.
We talked to Belmo before yesterday's positioning round about Player of the Year. He said, I still think I'm a front runner. I know Simon wins, that'd be 3 titles, 2 majors. I'd have 4 titles, 1 major. It's a vote on the PBA membership. Nice conversion there on the split. That was sweet by Kyle.
Come on, brother.
Wow. Congratulates Belmo. That's a good way to go out. And it's a spare of the game sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. If you believe it, you can do it. Guaranteed Rate. Believe you will. Nice. Nice. 2-10 split.
Oh, Kyle.
That was awesome. That was a great day for Kyle. 3 in the game. And
everybody loves Kyle.
it's hard not to.
4-6 split.
4-6 late here for Belmo. But he's through.
Did I mess up? No.
I need to steal your guaranteed rate spare of the game.
Don't do it to me. Come on. No bet.
We have back-to-back
I'm gonna
guaranteed
try
rate
and
spare
do
of the
it.
game. That's funny.
Both of them or none of them?
Oh! I went for it.
It was either
6
going to be
into
both
4.
of them or none of them.
Just like you said, both or none. That was close.
You know, we missed our PPR 6-pack alert, by the way. So I'm throwing it out there now.
Great match. in the race to 2 for Belmo. Very solid. And now he'll await the winner of Group 2, which is next live on CBS Sports Network. Top seed in that group is our defending champion, Anthony Simonson. Kyle's going to finish this out. We saw some bowling history today with a 300.
Yeah, we're doing
All time on TV, first of his career. That was amazing to watch.
I'm not waiting.
$10,000 bonus. So break a 2-year streak of Kyle being in the PBA Tour Finals championship round. Won in 2020. Runner up to Simonson last year. Third time Belmo has made the final. He's won it once. That was in 2018. 6th year the event has been held. Keep in mind he didn't participate the last 2 years.
Good luck.
Great run, great day for Kyle Troop.
It was.
That was fun. Four-pin wraps up the Group 1 win with a 242 game for Belmo. We'll wrap up this show in a moment. Jason Belmonte advances over Kyle Troop 2-0 in the race to 2. Belmo and Randy Lane Level.
I'm Rando. This is Belmo. I thought you said they were going to get tricky. You made them look easy. Simple.
Well, they weren't as easy as maybe my score suggested. I mean, there were a couple of shots that I thought were pretty good, and they went a little high. I tripped a 410 in the first frame, and then, Kyle obviously went high a couple of times. The left lane actually never got tricky. I thought it was going to get a little cliffed for our urethane balls, where you miss a little in, goes a little long, miss a little right, goes high, but it stayed blended, and I was able to, keep it in that little track line there and just get a couple of breaks, a couple of strikes.
Right. All right, so a couple hours, and then you'll head to the finals. What do you do with your time off?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to get something to eat. While we're bowling, we can hear the poker machines, paying jackpots over there. So maybe go over there and have a little flutter for an hour or so and just relax. But I'll probably keep my eye on this match a little bit too, this one coming up, just to see how they're going to play them. And, maybe that's going to alter my strategy a couple of hours from now.
Right. I mean, a lot on the line, looking for your second Tour Finals victory, but also Player of the Year implications.
Yeah, I mean, before I start, thinking about Player of the Year, I have to see what Anthony does. If he does make it through, I think it'll make a really interesting championship match. And then whatever happens thereafter, I think, it'll definitely make the vote a little bit tighter if Anthony gets a W. So, well, I'm going to go and, like I said, relax, watch a little bit, and then prepare myself for the next match.
All right, if you hit the jackpot, I get 10% or is it 20? Thanks, man.
Probably 0. I'm just guessing. Belmo is through. Knocks off Kyle Troop to win Group 1. Belmo wins Group 1. For Randy Pedersen, the entire crew, it's Dave Ryan saying so long for now from Arlington, Washington. We'll be back after the break to bring you more PBA action as we continue the 2022 PBA Tour Finals. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. History today, 300 game for Kyle Troop, but in the end, Belmo was better. He takes it to win Group 1 and move on to the championship match.